Help me ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. Hope everybody's doing okay. When you watch this, it'll be Friday night, so you've made it to the end of the week. Hope you have a lovely weekend planned. I'm doing this on Thursday. I've just done the Wicked tarot deck actually, because I'm working tomorrow night and I'm on a trip on Saturday. So I really wanted to get this video scheduled because this is a Kickstarter campaign and the Kickstarter is live at the moment. There's still 16 days to go. It's about 45% funded, I think, at the moment. So I'm hoping people back this. And I feel bad because this should have arrived like well over a week ago. But as you can see, it's got the dreaded customs fee to pay on it. I paid it instantly because, like I said, it's Kickstarter and I want to make sure, you know, that I'm doing the walkthrough whilst it's live. To be fair to the creator, I paid it instantly and I scheduled for it to be delivered on Saturday, and I sat in and it never arrived. So I was really upset. I've waited all week and it still hadn't been delivered. So just off the off chance, I went down to the sorting office tonight and said, look, you know, I paid the customs charge, it hasn't been delivered. Can you tell me where it is or how I can get it? And he said, hang on a minute. I'm struggling to get in this box. He says, hang on a minute, I'll have a look in the back. He came out from the back and there was the parcel. So I'm glad I went. I'm glad I went to the sorting office to see if they knew where it was. And the person who has designed this deck is a member of the Hermit's Cave Facebook group. It's been in there a while, and I've seen the images that he's been posting. And he reached out and said, you know, I know you love this deck. I'm doing a Kickstarter. Could I send you a copy? And I was like, absolutely. I do have two Rosenwalds. I have, and that's what we're looking at, by the way, the Rosenwald. I have and they're in order because I put them in order when I showed Marco Benedetti's. Every fall is going to be different because the original deck is missing the fall. I think there was some queens and a 10 or something like that that's missing as well. But I've had this one a number of years, probably about 7 or 8 years. It's Solomon Hisman's Tarot Sheet Revival copy of the Rosenwald. And this happens to be my favourite Marco Benedetti deck. He did a version as well that he coloured. Here's his fall. Again, you know, to make it a complete deck. And these are Rivoltini edged. To make it a complete deck, you know, they create their own falls. So it'll be interesting. I'm going to keep the fall out from each one. I won't do it for all the queens and things like that, but it'll be fun to do it for the fall, so we can see what each creator, how they've interpreted the fall to fit with the art style and aesthetic of the deck. The creator behind this one is Robbie. He goes under the creative name of Tarot King, and that's how he appears on Facebook. So let's pop that there as well. And let me just have a look at this letter. This is probably, oh, I love his writing. Dear Simon, thank you once again for agreeing to be a part of this process. As an additional expression of my gratitude, I have also included, and this was done 2nd of November, so this is 25 days ago. I feel really bad it's taken so long. Also included my original redrawn Hermit. Oh, wow. This is the actual piece scanned to create the deck itself. They're all ink on watercolor board, Canon watercolor board. This handwriting is beautiful. It's like print. The campaign goes live on November the 10th. We're now at the 27th. And ends on December the 13th. Well, we've still got plenty of time. It's 27th today, so we've got well over 2 weeks left to go. If all goes well, the deck should ship in mid-February 2026. If there are decks remaining, they will all be $40 US. The original, going back to the 1500s, the Rosenwald was created for the common person. You know, it wasn't to be exclusive. It was meant to be affordable. You know, the deck for the people. And I love the fact that $40 US is, for an independently produced deck, is brilliant. If you have any other questions, please drop me a line at Tarot King of MS. I think MS is Mississippi, is it? As the state. I could be wrong. Oh, points of interest. So we've got some points of interest as well. I just love that. We'll pop that there. Okay, so let's have a look at this print. I cannot believe he sent me the Hermit. How amazing. How kind and generous. Oh, I can see it through the paper. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, I love it. Canson, not Canon. Sorry, I struggled to read that. Canson watercolour paper. Oh my gosh, that is brilliant. Robbie, 28th September 2024. Thank you so much. That is amazing. That is such a kind gift. Thank you, Robbie. Oh, love it. And I'm just so envious of your handwriting as well. It's beautiful. So before I read you the points of interest, I just want to, and I know, you know, I kind of went over this when I did Marco's deck, but a little bit about the Rosenwald first of all. So early 1500s Italian woodcut card sheets that are available in museums. Original sheets were incomplete with missing cards such as the Fool, some Queens. It is known for its simple early Renaissance aesthetic and its importance in tarot history. Excuse me. This version is intended to preserve the character and charm of a 15th century deck, whilst making it accessible now for modern readers. I think it will really appeal to collectors and readers who enjoy historical decks, early tarot lineage, and of course woodcut aesthetics. I just think it's one of my favorite decks. It's very simplistic in its line work, which is just great. There is a little added extra with this deck, because what Robbie has done as well is add some cards, some additional cards like the Elements and the Zodiac, which makes it in a kind of a Minchiate territory. It goes into Minchiate territory, which is exciting as well. Let's take the shrink wrap off this. And it's meant to be a little deck, as you can see. They're all of this kind of size. Already loving the line work of this. It's really clean and sharp. So I'm just going to have a look at some of the crib notes. Okay, so firstly, I just want us to have a look at, I love the backs. These are really nice backs. The backs are going to be different because, I mean, this one that Marco's used is a back that's been used on other tarot decks. There was a marble effect on Solomon Hissman's, and Robbie's chosen this design, which brings in a lot of the artwork within the deck as well, which I really like. Creators of the Rosenwald can come up with their own backs because these are taken from sheets. So, you know, and then we've got the Fool, which again is down to individual creators, how they want to depict a Fool, because the Fool doesn't exist. It's missing or just wasn't there for whatever reason. I love all of them. I mean, they're all great. But we're looking at, let's pop that there. We're looking at Robbie's deck at the moment. And as I go through these images, I'll also read the crib notes. So these are based upon the Rosenwald sheets, as I mentioned, that are housed in the National Gallery in Washington, DC. And the sheet of trumps kept in the museum in Germany. They're the only two exemplars of this deck to exist. And they're dated somewhere between 1490 and 1500, which is incredible, isn't it? When you think back to the tarot kind of only starting in like 1440, some 50 years previous to this. He says, though completely unfounded, I believe the Rosenwald sheets may have been a tarot experiment performed by Italian courtiers and engravers more familiar with the Minchiate imagery of the Florentine Perugian regions, which is probably why he's added the additional cards. And he says, to finish the deck, as it may have been intended, I completed the lovers. So, you know, any missing lines, any imperfections from the sheets, he's, you know, completed by adding in. In fact, I seem to recall, let's have a look at Hissman's lovers. I think he did something similar. You could see where there's been damage on the cards, and Marco will have done the same. Yeah, so he completed the lovers and the wheel. Again, yes, I remember there was a whole section above here that was incomplete. He's also taken off the Roman numerals, which I'm pleased about, because he quite rightly said that there were duplication. They didn't really make much sense. There were duplications, which became quite confusing. So he's took them off completely. Here's the hermit look. Oh, I'm so grateful and touched that he sent me that. He's added the 4 virtues, 4 elements and 12 zodiac cards as a homage to the engravers of this deck, which is really cool, isn't it? The bags of money. So this is a 98 card deck. I love this death card. He flipped the trump images. I'm not sure if that is what. Let's have a look. Yeah, so I know that's the same here. I'm not sure if. Let's have a quick look. I'm geeking out on tarot, aren't I? But oh no, these aren't in order, of course. I'm not going to spend all this time looking through. Yeah, so as you can see here, I think that Marco's was a direct scan, and you know, Solomon and Robbie have flipped the images, and he said, I flipped the Trump images to suggest the correct orientation displayed on the card sheet in Germany, and I removed all the Roman numerals from the Trumps as they were oddly ordered and in some cases doubled. Yes, that's true. Different cards had the same Roman numerals. I also consolidated the arch decorations in the corner of the Trump cards. Yeah, which you'll see here. So that's cool. Put those back. Okay. I'm mindful that I can't bring the arm down, so I'm having to lift the cards up because I've still got the dodgy arm. It hasn't arrived yet, the new one. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. Okay, we've got the Tower, the Star, the Moon and the Sun. Love these three in this deck. I love the sepia toned background. Now he says as well that because this is a what would you call it, kind of a printer, unfinished printer copies, the final copy should be a little thinner, although it's linen cardstock, as you can probably see. It's beautiful. I think it's perfect as it is, but he said the final copy should be a little thicker, the tan colour should be a bit warmer, and the black should be blacker. And then he's very kindly said, if you are interested and the Kickstarter campaign succeeds, I will gladly send you an actual copy to supplement this one, which is a lovely, kind gesture. Thank you, Robbie. But I mean, this for me is perfect. So here we've got some of the virtue cards, like prudence, etc. And then we have the elements of fire, air, but look how perfect they are in keeping with the artwork. So fire, air, water and earth. And then we have our zodiacs, Gemini twins, etc., Pisces, Libra, that's my star sign, Capricorn, Aries, they're all there, Pisces. So that's the extra ones. And then we have the courts. Now remember, the queens had to be, where is it? The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Batons and all four missing tens is what he's had to do as well. So Queen of Batons. And then we've got the minors. Oh, this is great. I love the fact that this deck is becoming, I mean, it's not mass market, but it's becoming like a mass market deck in the fact that he is, you know, bringing back a deck that was for the people, that was affordable at the time, and he's doing the same thing, you know, around $40 for a deck that is 310 GSM, that's on casino quality playing card stock, is just wonderful, isn't it? And a 98 card deck as well. There will be a link in the description for the Kickstarter campaign. I really do urge you to support one of our own, you know, a member of our community is very active in the Facebook group, the Hermit's Cave Facebook group. And to bring a deck back, we've added extras and make it affordable for us. You know, we need more artists recreating, and he's spent a couple of years, you know, working on this. This isn't something that's been done overnight. This isn't something that, you know, he's typed into an application and they've printed and designed images for him. This is a labor of love, and for me, that needs rewarding. I love these coins. There's just something so basic, so simple, and so beautiful about them. Love it. Okay, and we've just got some extra cards here. I'm not quite sure why, but maybe it's just the way it's come off from the printers. But we have some extra cards because there's nothing missing here. You know, we've got the full major arcana. Oh, I love it. I mean, just look at that devil. Isn't he the best devil ever? I love the simplicity of the luminaries. It's one of my favourite things about the Rosenwald. The virtues, the elements, the zodiac, and then all of the courts. Beautifully restored. Beautifully restored. So yeah, let me just see if there's anything else that I need to share with you. So he said, as a tribute to the original cartiers and engravers, this is not necessarily an artisanal deck. It's very mass market. It's a very mass market effort designed to maintain the simple, uncluttered images in an affordable and useful deck that can be used for years. The bridge card size of the deck is also in keeping with the closest modern equivalent to the original size of the cards. He says, after using this deck over the last couple of months, and I suspect because of the size, the bridge size, 2.25 times 3.5 inches, as well as the best word I can use to describe it is intimate. These images are simple, direct, and unaffected. Absolutely. This project has brought me peace and reintroduced art into my life in a way I could never have anticipated. Whether the Kickstarter campaign is a success or not, I am filled with gratitude. Isn't that just lovely? Just lovely. Guys, I can't tell you how high quality this is. This premium card stock it's my favorite, you know, this beautiful linen, so silky finish, beautiful, and I really hope that this deck is successful on Kickstarter, but only we can make that happen. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you, Robbie, for sending me this deck. I apologise that it took so long to get to me, but it's here now, and I'm very grateful. And again, for this print, wow, it means a lot. I'm very touched, very, very touched. Thank you. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste, and blessed be.
Mm-hmm.